why our ancestors designed so many rituals and festivals. त्योहार सिर्फ दिन नहीं होते, ये हमारी आने वाली पीढ़ी के लिए सीख होते हैं. Today let's explore how our festivals and rituals carry the secret wisdom of conscious parenting. Diwali, the festival of lights. I am not just living for myself. I'm here to protect, to care, to stand strong. Holi, Raksha Bandhan, Janmashtami, Navratri, and so many more. Festivals are not just the days. They are lessons for the generations to come. Have you ever wondered why our ancestors designed so many rituals and festivals? Diwali, Holi, Raksha Bandhan, Janmashtami, Navratri, and so many more. They weren't just about sweets, lights, or colors. They were actually the parenting tools, ways to teach children values, culture, and consciousness in a language that they could enjoy. The truth is, festivals are not entertainment, they are education. So today let's explore how our festivals and rituals carry the secret wisdom of conscious parenting. Raksha Bandhan, for example, teaches responsibility. A sister ties Rakhi, a brother promises protection. Seems simple, right? But for centuries, this ritual taught children the meaning of duty, love, and responsibility. A little boy, only 7 or 8, would learn, I am not just living for myself, I'm here to protect, to care, to stand strong. That one thread was not just about siblings, it was about weaving a fabric of accountability in the next generation. Raksha Bandhanam Pavitram Jivanasya Adharam. The bond of protection is the foundation of life. Ask yourself, in today's world, do our children still learn this responsibility? Rakhis become just a photo up for Instagram. Next Rakhi, teach your kid the essence of this festival. I'm sure you must be doing it already, but if not, do teach the essence of this festival the next time your kid ties Rakhi to his sister. Diwali, the festival of lights. For kids, it's about crackers and sweets, but for parents, it was always about teaching dharma. Why do we light diyas? To remind our children, no matter how deep the darkness is, one small flame of truth can conquer it. When we tell our kids the story of Ram returning to Ayodhya, we are not just narrating the history, we are teaching them strength, patience, and victory of values over temptation. Today, conscious parenting means not just decorating the houses, but sitting with your child and asking, Beta, what is your darkness and what light will you bring to it? Holi, colors, laughter, madness, but behind that chaos has wisdom. Holi teaches children that when colors are smeared, every face looks the same. Caste, wealth, ego, everything dissolves. Sab rang ek hai, sab जीवन एक है. It also teaches release. Burning Holika reminds kids whatever negativity you carry, jealousy or anger or hatred, put it in the fire and step into freedom. Imagine if we as parents teach this to our kids each year on these festivals. Throw colors, but to let go of grudges and embrace equality. That's conscious parenting. Our culture didn't just have festivals, it had 16 Sanskaras, the rituals and rites of passage from pregnancy to adulthood. Each was a conscious parenting step. Jataka Karma, welcoming a newborn with blessings in the air. Annaprashana, the first bite of solid food, teaching gratitude for nourishment. Upnayanam, initiation into learning, making children value discipline and study. These were not random rituals, they were structured parenting milestones. Each sanskara said, don't just raise the body, raise the mind, values the spirit. Today, many parents have forgotten these, but imagine if we could reintroduce them to our family, not religiously, but consciously, as a way of shaping our children's growth with meaning. And it wasn't just in India. In Japan, children celebrate Shichi-go-san, a ritual at ages 3, 5, and 7 to teach gratitude for life. In Africa, harvest festivals taught kids about patience and gratitude. In America, storytelling festivals passed wisdom about nature and community. Every culture knew festivals are parenting in disguise because stories and celebrations reach a child's heart more deeply than lectures. But look at us today. Festivals have become shopping sprees, rituals have become formalities. Children enjoy the fun but miss the wisdom. A Diwali without reflection, a Rakhi without responsibility, a Holi without humility. It's become just an empty noise. Conscious parenting means reclaiming these festivals. It means sitting with your children, not just handing them sweets. It means giving them the essence of our culture so they grow with identity, empathy, and values. As our ancestors said in the Rig Veda, move together, speak together, let your mind be one. Festivals were created exactly for this, to unite minds, to unite families, to raise children in shared consciousness. त्योहार सिर्फ दिन नहीं होते, ये हमारी आने वाली पीढ़ी के लिए सीख होते हैं. Festivals are not just the days, they are lessons for the generations to come. So I'll ask you today, when your child celebrates Diwali the next time, Rakhi or Holi, are they just having fun or are they absorbing value? Because festivals are not meant to be just background noises. They are meant to be the stage where parenting becomes culture. Festivals may end in a day, but the lessons they carry can last a lifetime. I'll see you inside the workshop and see you soon on the same platform the next week with a fresh new video. Until then, this is Dr. Monika Singh signing off. Goodbye.